Hello my dear students and welcome to today's class. The topic for the day is, as you all can see on your screen also, transportation in plants and animals. And in this chapter today I am going to tell you about transport of substances, how the different substances are transported in our body, transportation in human beings, excretion in human beings, transportation in plants, then excretion in animals and excretion in plants. So let's start the chapter. As you can see on your screen, it's visible to you all. Our body is made up of cells, okay? And what do cells need? They need energy. Other than energy also, there are so many things which are needed by a body to carry out the different functions, okay? There are different functions which every part of the body is doing, okay? For all that, body needs different things. Some needs energy, some needs minerals, some needs protein. So there are different things which our body is needed, which our body requires to do the certain function which they are assigned. Okay, so to start with, the cells in our body need different substances to carry out their functions. Some of them need oxygen, some need minerals, while some may need blood cells that fight against pathogens at the site of infection. Children, our body, sometimes we get infected also, we are not well. So what is the work? What does a body have? A body has an immune system so that it can fight that disease, okay? Not only just useful substances but harmful or toxic substances and waste generated by various biochemical reactions need to be removed from the body. To be excreted, they need to be transported to the organ that helps in their removal. Children, as I have read out for you, our body needs different things, not only energy, it needs minerals, it needs proteins, it needs blood, and so many things are required for a body to carry out the activities, okay? Every part of the body has got different function, and to do that function, our body needs different things, okay? Now, transportation of substances, how the transportation is there. Our body is needing so many things, and how are they available, how they are available and how they are transported, okay? The blood in the blood vessels and the lymph carry these substances to different parts of the body where they are required or from where they are excreted. So who does that work? Our blood is running throughout our body, okay? Blood is only the substance which is running throughout the body, okay? No part of the body is there जिसमें blood नहीं होता. All the parts of the body, they are filled with blood, okay? So the blood in the blood vessels and the lymph carry these substances to different parts of the body, okay? Now some of these substances that are transported by blood and lymph is the body are as following. Children, what is lymph? What is lymph? Maybe you know, some of you know, but let me tell you what is lymph. Lymph is made up of WBCs, white blood cells. Whenever we are not well, any disease is there, what is the work of this lymph? It fights that disease. It increases the immunity system of the body. Fine, children? Now, first is food. First is food. Now, once the food that we sit is broken down into simplest form, it is absorbed and carried by the blood to different parts of the body. Once the food is broken from a complex state to a simpler state of the blood, what does it do? It carries that food to different parts of the body where it is required, okay? Then oxygen. Second is oxygen. All cells in a body require oxygen, that you know. Without oxygen nothing is possible. So all cells in a body require oxygen. They help in generating energy by oxidizing the food we eat. The oxygen inhaled through the nose is passed into the blood from the lungs, and the oxygenated blood is transported to various parts of the body wherever it is required, okay? First was food, now second was oxygen. So a body needs oxygen, okay? The oxygenated blood is carried by the the oxygenated blood is carried to all the parts of the body, and whatever amount of energy or whatever thing is required, the blood does that. Okay. Then the third one is water and minerals. These are transported to different parts of the body by the blood. Okay. Blood is carrying out food, it is carrying out oxygen, it is carrying out water and minerals which is required by a body. Then the fourth one, waste products. Waste products like carbon dioxide gas is transported from its site of generation back to the lungs by blood. See children, blood is not only carrying the useful things, it is also carrying back the unwanted or unused things back. Okay, and that is the very important. Whatever is our body waste is left, who is helping it? The blood is only helping it. The carbon dioxide, okay, it is carrying back to the lungs, and from lungs it is coming out. Okay. Then urea and toxins are transported to the kidney, from where it is removed in the form of urine. Okay. Then transportation in human beings. The organ that is responsible for transporting substances to different part of the body by continuous pumping blood is the heart. Children, heart is always working from the time you are born to the time you die. It's continuously pumping the blood. Okay, it never stops. In case your heart stops, you are no more. Okay, the heart along with blood vessels, veins, arteries and capillaries take substances to the parts of the body where they are required. Okay. So the heart, what does it contain? It contains veins, arteries and capillaries, and from there they take substances to the parts of the body where they are required. Now come to the second, another point, blood. Okay. Now blood, if I talk about blood kya hota hai? It's a liquid thing in the body which is running throughout the body. It is red color. Usually it is red color. Everyone has red blood, or do you have some other color blood? No. Our blood is red in color. So if I talk about blood, blood is a red color liquid which flows in blood vessels. Okay. Now it is the bodily fluid that carries nutrient, gases and metabolic waste substances to different parts of the body. It is also a fluid connective tissue. It makes up 8% of the total body weight. Okay, how much the blood contributes? It contributes to 8% of our body weight. Okay? Then it is composed of different blood cells suspended in fluid called plasma. Plasma constitute about 55% of the blood. Okay children, blood is made up of different things. First I am telling you about plasma. Plasma, how much does it, the blood is there, 55% of blood contains plasma. Okay, it contains proteins, minerals, gases, glucose and the blood cells. Blood contains a pigment called hemoglobin. Okay, you must have heard hemoglobin. The red color of the blood is attributed to this pigment. If we do not, if our hemoglobin is low, we would be looking pale. Due to the presence of hemoglobin in our blood, the blood seems to be red. Okay. Blood also contains different blood cells. The different blood cells are RBCs, white blood cells, that is WBCs, and platelets. Children, see, blood is there. What is it made up of? It is made up of WBCs, RBCs and platelets. Okay. Fine children. The blood is made up of WBCs, RBCs and platelets. Now RBC, that is red blood cells, are also called erythrocytes. हम क्या बोलते हैं red blood cells को? Other name for red blood cells is erythrocytes. Fine children. The other name for RBC is erythrocyte. Fine. The flat disc shaped round structures that contain hemoglobin. So RBCs, what do they contain? They contain hemoglobin. The oxygen transferred from the lungs reacts with this hemoglobin to form oxyhemoglobin. Okay, fine children. The oxygen that is transferred from the lungs, what does it react with? It reacts with hemoglobin, which is present in RBC. RBC, or if I say erythrocytes. Fine. The oxygen is thus transported to different parts of the body in this form. They are produced in the bone marrow. They have a lifespan of 120 days. Okay. Now, white blood cells. The other name for white blood cells is leukocytes. Okay, and they are irregular in shape. The RBCs, that was erythrocytes, they were flat disc shape, but WBCs, if I talk about, they are irregular in shape. Okay, they are called the police force of the body because they fight against the pathogens that enters in the body and destroy them. Okay, wherever there is a infection, हमारी body में कहीं भी infection होता है, what happens? These are WBCs. They go over there because they have pathogens in them. Okay, they fight against the pathogens. जो हमारे body में disease आ जाता है ना, it fights that. Okay, so WBCs are also known as police force. Okay, जहाँ पर भी कहीं भी कोई problem आएगी, they will just run over there. Okay, then platelets. Okay, you can see on your screen also. Platelets are also called thrombocytes. Okay, they are small, irregular and colorless particles in the blood. Platelets, they do not have any color. Okay, they help in clotting of blood. Lack of platelets lead to excessive bleeding and that might even cause death in severe cases, and they have a lifespan of 7 to 9 days. See children, if just now I told you about RBCs. RBCs is erythrocytes. Okay, then where are they formed? They are produced in the bone marrow. And what is the lifespan? The lifespan of them is 120 days. Okay, now if I talk about WBCs, WBCs ka name, what is the other name for WBCs? It is leukocytes. Okay, and they are irregular in shape, and wherever there is any problem in the body, it rushes to that part and helps in fighting the disease. Whatever disease is there, it increases it is acting as a police. Okay, in case any problem is there, police is called and they solve the problem. Same way in a body, if any problem is there, the WBCs, that are the leukocytes, they rush over there and they fight the pathogens or the germs or bacteria which has entered in a body. Now platelets, what is the work of platelets? They help in clotting. Suppose I get a cut over here and my hemoglobin is this platelets are low. What will happen? The blood will not clot. Okay, blood को clot करने पे help करता है, and in case my platelet is low, the bleeding will not stop and I will die. So okay, and the lifespan is 7 to 9 days. Is that fine? And the different blood groups are A positive, B positive, AB positive and O positive. So there are different blood groups. There are 4 basically: AB, A plus, A positive, B positive, AB positive and O positive. Okay. Now blood vessels. Blood vessels. When you get a cut in the skin, blood flows out of it. We think that the blood is in the skin. The blood is actually inside the blood vessels that run throughout, one forming a network. So when blood comes out an injury, it is actually the blood vessels that gets injured. Okay, it's not like that अगर हमारे यहाँ cut लग गया तो blood is running here. No, blood vessels are there which gets injury and due to that the blood is coming out. Okay. Now blood vessels, these are small tubes that run throughout a body forming a network. There are 3 types. They are artery, vein and capillary. Okay, fine children. What are the different types of blood vessels? There are three different types of blood vessels. Okay, the first one is artery. Okay, fine. The first one is artery. The second is vein. Okay, and the third one is capillary. Fine. Now, arteries are blood vessels that carry blood to different parts of the body from the heart. Arteries क्या होती है? They are the blood vessels that carry blood to different parts of the body from the heart. Fine. Now, veins. Veins are blood vessels that bring blood to the heart from different parts of the body. Now, see, if I talk about heart, okay, this is your heart. Now, arteries, they are carrying the blood vessels. They are carrying the, arteries are blood vessels that carry blood. They are carrying the blood. Okay, they are carrying the blood. So, they are arteries. Okay. Now, what is the work of veins? They are bringing back the blood. They are bringing back the blood. The blood is the impure blood. Here, the pure blood was going out. Okay, if I talk about arteries, they carry the pure blood to the different parts of the body. And what are the veins doing? They are they are bringing back all the impure blood, okay, back to the heart, so that the heart can pump and make the blood again reusable for the different parts of the body. Okay. Veins are blood vessels that bring blood to the different veins are blood vessels that bring blood to the heart from different parts of the body. Okay. Hence, veins carry deoxygenated of impure blood. Fine. Then come to the next one, that is capillaries. Okay. So you can see on your screen also. Now, what are capillaries? Capillaries are the smallest blood vessels. They are thin tubes that form a network to join the arteries and the veins. Okay, I told you arteries, they are carrying the pure blood to different parts of the body from the heart. Okay, and what are veins? Veins, I told you, they are bringing back the impure blood from different parts of the body back to the heart. But what are capillaries? Capillaries, they are thin tubes that join the arteries and the veins together. Okay, they form a network to join the arteries and the veins. Fine, children. When blood flows into the artery, it branches into arterioles. The arterioles branch further to form capillaries. Diffusion of substances take place through the capillaries very easily. Okay. Then I'll tell you the difference between arteries and veins. You can see on your screen also. First, if I talk about arteries, they carry blood to different parts of the body from the heart. As I told you, arteries क्या करती है? पूरा का पूरा जो blood होता है heart का, the blood that is carrying from the heart to the different parts of the body. Whereas if I talk about veins, they carry blood from different parts of the body back to the heart. Okay, they carry pure blood and they carry impure blood. Fine. Then the lumen in arteries is narrower. Okay, the lumen in veins is wider. Okay, they are located deep inside the skin. They are located superficially in the skin. They do not have valves inside them, and they have valves inside them that prevent the backflow of blood. Fine, children. Now come to the next topic. Heart. This is very important, children. You can see on your screens also. I told you the heart is the only organ which keeps on working day and night. Not only organ, there are many other organs, but heart, if the heart stops, you will be no more. So, from the time you are born, okay, when you are in your mama's womb, or that time also, the heart keeps on pumping, okay, and the moment heart stops, you are no more. Fine. So, the heart is a hollow muscular organ that pumps blood to different parts of the body through the blood vessels. It is a four-chambered organ, okay. हार्ट के कितने पार्ट होते हैं? इट हैज गॉट 4 पार्ट्स, ओके, एंड इट इज अ मस्कुलर ऑर्गन. हार्ट डज नॉट हैव एनी बोन. हार्ट में कोई बोन नहीं होती. इट इज अ मस्कुलर ऑर्गन विच कीप्स ऑन वर्किंग थ्रू आउट इट्स लाइफ. ओके, देन what is the function of the heart? It pumps the blood, okay, to different parts of the body. Fine. Now, as I told you, the heart is 4 chambered, okay. The 4 chambers are the left and right auricles and left and right ventricles. Fine. The pumping of the heart is brought by the contraction and relaxation of the muscles of the heart. The muscles of the heart is called cardiac muscles. Muscles जो होती है हमारी heart में, what do we call that? We call it cardiac muscles. This pumping of blood by the heart is called the heartbeat. What is heartbeat? Dhak, 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 like that, है ना? If I talk about, so that is the pumping of the blood by the heart is called the heartbeat. The heart pumps blood into the veins with a certain force. This force creates a pressure inside the vessels that further pushes the blood forward. This pressure in the vessels can be felt as a slight throb. Okay, now for example, place your index finger on your wrist and feel the throbbing sensation. This is called the pulse. Okay, when you are not well, you go to the doctor, and what does the doctor do? He holds your hands like this and sees what is your how is your heart working, whether it is working properly, what is the beating rate. Okay, that is the pulse rate. He is checking your pulse rate over there. So the pulse rate is the number of times that you can feel the throbbing of on your wrist. This is actually the number of times a heart is beating in 1 minute. A normal heart beats 70 to 80 times per minute. Okay, 1 minute में कितनी times heart beat करता है? Normally it beats 70 to 80. Okay, and the heartbeat can be measured by an instrument called stethoscope. The human heart is the size of one's fist. हमारा fist, what? This is the fist. Okay, when I close my hand, this is the fist, and the size of the fist is the size of my heart. Fine. Now come to the next one. Okay, now very important, children. Can you all see on your screens also? Fine. Then working of the heart. It is very important. You should understand it very nicely. Okay, I'll go very slow so that the things are very clear to you. Okay, working of a heart. The heartbeat occurs in 2 phases. They are systole, that is contraction, and diastole, resting or relaxation. Okay, heart हमारा क्या होता है? थुक थुक. Okay, like this. Okay, it works like this. Okay, it is working into 2 phases. They are systole and the second one is diastole. Systole means contraction. Okay, and diastole is relaxation. Okay, now systole, if I talk about systole, when the right auricle gets filled with blood, it contracts. क्या होता है? The blood is all into the right auricle. जैसे उसके अंदर blood आता है, it contracts. Okay, it contracts. Contract means it becomes small. Contract means becoming close. Contraction, and expansion means becoming bigger in size. Okay, when this contraction begins, the systolic phase. With this contraction begins the systolic phase. The contraction of the right auricle pushes the blood into the right ventricle. Okay, from the right ventricle, the blood is forced into the pulmonary artery that carries blood to the lungs for oxygenation. From the lungs, the oxygenated blood is brought back to the heart by the pulmonary vein into the left auricle. Now, once the left auricles receive blood, it contracts, pushing the blood into the left ventricle. From the left ventricle, blood is pushed into the aorta. The aorta takes blood to the different parts of the body. Okay, children, you can see this is the diagram of a heart. What is happening? When the right auricle gets filled with blood, where is the right auricle? This one. Okay, this is the right auricle. What is happening? When it is filled with blood, it gets contract. it gets contracted, छोटा हो जाता है. Okay, now the contraction of the right auricle pushes the blood into the right ventricle. Okay, अब right auricle के बाद क्या हुआ? The blood is pushed into right ventricle. Fine, children. From the right ventricle, the blood is pushed into the pulmonary artery. Okay, and from here, where is it going? From the right ventricle, the blood is forced into the pulmonary artery that carries blood to the lungs for oxygenation. From the lungs, the oxygenated blood is brought back to the heart. Okay, by the pulmonary vein into the left auricle. Okay, now all this thing is happening in the 4 chambers of the heart only. Okay, so systole, it is the place where contraction is going on. Okay, now if I talk about the stole, you can see on your screens also. Okay, the heart again gets filled with blood. During this time, the heart does not contract. The resting period of heart when the right auricle is getting filled with blood is called the diastole. The auricles contract at the same time and the ventricles contract together. The complete contraction of the auricles and then the ventricles till the next contraction starts is called the cardiac cycle. Okay, so whenever the heart is again filled with the blood now. Okay, and during this time the heart does not contract. अब वो heart contract नहीं करता है, but it comes in the period of rest. Okay, now when the right auricle is getting filled with blood, it is called diastole. Okay, the auricles contract at the same time and the ventricles contract together. The complete contraction of the auricles and then the ventricles till the next contraction is called the cardiac cycle. Then a single heartbeat lasts for 0.8 seconds. Okay, that is what is so small period of time. Okay, so a single heartbeat lasts for 0.8 seconds. Okay, now there is an activity given over here to check the rate of heartbeat. That is very simple. You can just read it. It is nothing like that to be explained. Now the next one. Okay, excretion in human beings. Whatever the body has taken inside, it has to come out also. Okay, जो कुछ खाया है वो बाहर भी तो आना है. That has to be removed from the body. Okay, and what are the different organs which are doing that and how are they doing that? We are going to study in this. Okay, excretion is the removal of waste from the body of a living organism. That I have told you. What is excretion? Removal of the unwanted food or the leftover food. Okay, waste like metabolic waste, urea, salts, uric acid, toxic substances and gases like carbon dioxide needs to be transported to its respective organs for excretion. In human beings, the excretory system carries out the function of excretion. The excretory system includes the urinary system and also the sweat glands. हमारे कहाँ से आ रहा है? Whatever we are taking inside, how is it